So today is Halloween, so I thought to celebrate the occasion, I would let you guys know some of my Halloween memories as well as a scary story. So here goes nothing, right? So when I trick-or-treated, and I trick-or-treated for a few years, I always trick-or-treated with some of my younger brother's friends from elementary school because I didn't really have friends in elementary school. I was bullied pretty badly, but the bullying that I suffered was very non-traditional. It was more like behind my back. So I really didn't have any friends in elementary school. So I hung out with my brother's friends, and it was a big group. It was me, my brother, and like probably like 10 of his friends. So it was a really big group. And I remember we would always, my brother and I, my brothers and I would do trick or treating in the afternoon, and then around I would say 5ish, we would meet up with his friends, and then we would go trick or treating in the same neighborhood every single time. That's because this neighborhood was a very cool neighborhood, and on one of the blocks had a bunch of old people living there, and they used to give us money. And I'm not talking about like 10, 15, 20 cents. I'm talking about like they used to give out like between like $5 and $10 to us, to all of us. I don't know how or where they got that much money, but that's pretty generous to be giving like to be giving like $5 or $10 bills to little kids, you know? Because at the time we were probably like like 10 and under, so that's pretty crazy. And then at the end of the night, we would always go to a pizzeria and just order like four large pies because we were all fat shits and just ate it, and it was great. And then around I would say 8, 9ish, my mother would take us out again, just my two brothers and I, trick or treating, and to get in some last minute diabetes cravings and everything like that. So Halloween, it was a pretty cool time, and I actually remember one Halloween. I went to this. I cannot remember for the life of me what the place was called. Maybe one of you guys will. All I remember is that it was a big building, and that it had ball pits and it had arcades. And I remember one of my classmates and I had to do community service, and I assumed, that she was gonna go dressed up as something because it was Halloween, and we were hosting like this little kids like pizza party or something like that. So I didn't know what else to do, so I decided to go as Sting, the professional wrestler Sting, Steve Borden, because he's my favorite wrestler of all time. So I had my mom paint my face so to look like Sting, and this was Wolfpack Sting. So it was the red backdrop with the black designs, and when I got there, she wasn't dressed up, and I was the only person there my age that was dressed up, and this was when I was uh, maybe 13, 12 or 13 or something like that, and I felt like an asshole. I felt like an absolute douchebag asshole fuckface. I was the only guy that was dressed up. So what did I do? I went to the bathroom and I rinsed my face off the best I could. I was in there for like a good 3 minutes because it was, because it had time to dry. You know what I mean? So like I had to really scrub my face to get the paint off, and it must look kind of weird to everybody because like I go into the bathroom and my face is all painted. Then when I leave the bathroom, there's traces of paint. Like you could tell that I worked really hard to scrub it off. So that was pretty funny. So now it's time for the scary story. All right, so the night was Christmas night, 2010. yeah, it was 2010 because I got my first job like 2 weeks prior to this. So it was this December 2010, and it was Christmas night, and we were at one of my cousin's houses out on the island, and I don't remember how, but we somehow started talking about like scary things and like haunted things, and my cousin was like, you know what? I'm pretty sure there's some haunted places near here, so let me Google, haunted areas near here. And one of the first results was Sweet Hollow Road, and so there's a couple of legends of Sweet Hollow Road. I'm going to read them to you right now. So, there are many legends of Sweet Hollow Road. The first one is that a while ago, 3 boys committed suicide by hanging themselves off of the Northern State Overpass Bridge on Sweet Hollow Road. It is said that when driving down Sweet Hollow Road, if you look up at the bridge, you will see 3 bodies hanging there. Note, there is no town record of this. The second urban legend of Sweet Hollow Road is that a bus full of children was driving in snowy conditions on the Northern State Overpass Bridge. The bus lost control and slipped off the bridge, killing everyone on board. There's no town record of this. This is the interesting part. It is said that when you drive under the bridge, if you put your car in neutral, supposedly the car will start to move out from underneath the bridge. People say that this is the kids pushing your car out of harm's way. The third legend of Sweet Hollow Road is the White Lady. The story goes as follows. A lady named Mary and her boyfriend was driving down Sweet Hollow Road one night. They got into a fight and supposedly her boyfriend pushed her out of the car, or she jumped out of the car while it was in motion. The stories differ. Then a car was following, hit her, and killed her. It is said that when you're driving down Sweet Hollow Road at night, you will see a lady in white on the side of the road, and then when you go to pass her, she jumps out of your car. I'm getting goosebumps right now. This is freaking me. This is creeping me the fuck out. The lady in white is also supposed to be Mary from Mary's grave, and people say that you can find her gravestone in the graveyard that is on Sweet Hollow Road. The fourth urban legend of Sweet Hollow Road is that supposedly, a while ago, a police officer got shot and killed on Sweet Hollow Road. It is said that while you are driving on Sweet Hollow Road, you will get pulled over by a cop. The cop comes over to your car, questions you, and then lets you go. As the cop turns away to go back to his car, the back of his head is blown out from a shotgun. The fifth urban legend of Sweet Hollow Road is the Ghost Kids. Supposedly, back in the 1930s, there was a day camp on Sweet Hollow Road, and the kids that went there got abused and some of them killed. It is said that while driving on Sweet Hollow Road at night, you will see a group of kids in 1930s clothing walking on the side of the road and then just disappear. So, and that's it. And that's it. So, we read these and we were really intrigued. I have 7 cousins, and they were all there that night, and a lot of them were too scared to check it out. But me, I keep on thinking I'm seeing Lisa from PT in my hallway, and like out the corner of my eye, I think I'm seeing the. So yeah, if I'm checking a lot, then that's why. So me, my younger brother, and 2 of my cousins went for it because it was a 20-minute drive from the house. So we were like, fuck it, let's go. So it's a really weird feeling. I don't know if any of you have ever been to Sweet Hollow Road, but if you haven't been to Sweet Hollow Road, it's a very weird, eerie feeling because as you're driving down the road towards Sweet Hollow Road, there's all kinds of life. There's stores, houses, businesses, street lights, etc., etc. There's all kinds of human life. And then we turned onto the road that led to Sweet Hollow Road, and it all disappeared. There was no stores, no businesses, no bright flashing neon lights, no signs of life, period. There was nothing. And it was about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night. And keep in mind, this is Christmas night, so this is the winter, so it gets dark really early. It gets dark around like 5:30, 6 o'clock. So it was pretty goddamn dark. I started freaking out a little bit, but I was also like really anticipating what was going to happen, if anything was going to happen. I didn't really think anything would happen, but I was in for, I was, I was interested, because I like haunted stuff. I like creepy stuff, that kind of shit. Like, I love that kind of crap. I love it. It interests the shit out of me. So, like I said, it was me and my brother were in the back seat, and my two cousins were in the front seats. So it's a long road, you know what I mean? Like, it's a long road, and then you see a bridge, and then so it's like a 2-minute drive until the bridge, and it was like woods on both sides, fucking everywhere, zero signs of humanity. It is such an eerie, isolated feeling, like you feel really alone when you're on that road to get to Sweet Hollow Road. Like it's eerie as fuck. There's no words I can use to give it justice. It is eerie as hell. So then we see the bridge off in the distance, and then I'm like, whew, I'm like, shit, well, we're here. See if something's gonna happen, right? So we didn't see anything. There was no bodies hanging off the bridge. I didn't see anybody walking on the on the sides or anything like that. So we didn't see anything. So we knew that, that we could do the kids pushing the car out of harm's way if he parked under the bridge. So my cousin drives underneath the bridge. He parks. He puts it in neutral, and then we wait. And then my other cousin, she's freaking out. You know what I mean? Like I think she regret making the decision to come, and she was like, "Guys, let's get out of here." I'm really kind of, I'm freaking out. And my cousin was like, "Hold on, let's chill for a second. We came this far. Let's just wait a couple of seconds, see if anything happens." And nothing happened for a good, 8 seconds, and then the car started moving, and it was the freakiest fucking thing. Like, the car wasn't moving at all, not even slightly, for like a good 8 seconds, and then the car started moving very slowly. Like, it started moving as fast as this. It started moving like this fast, very slow. Very slow. And I was like, holy shit. I was like, holy fuck, And then, my brother wanted to get out of the car because he wanted to check it out. And my cousin was like, no, fuck that. And then he put it into drive and he floored it. And while he was doing that, I turned around. I turned around to see, if I could see anything, but nothing. So I really regret not taking a camera, because if I did, I would have taken a picture behind me, and to see if anything came out in the photo. And that was probably the creepiest night ever for me, because I didn't really expect anything to happen, and then something kind of sort of did happen, there is an incline underneath the bridge, but I feel like the car started moving, but after 8 seconds. That's a long time to be underneath the bridge, and then for the car to suddenly start moving. You know what I mean? I figure, okay, when you put it in neutral, it's gonna start moving within 2 to 3 seconds. It's not gonna take a full 8 seconds for the car to start moving. So, am I a believer? Yes, but no at the same time. You know what I mean? So, I don't know what to think. There is also another haunted road, because I know I'm probably gonna get people commenting, there's also thought I saw a bug in the camera's reflection. But yeah, there's another road called, what's it called? Clinton Road, I think, but it's in New Jersey. So like, I do want to check that out, but at the same time, it's like, I'd have to get like willing people to, and like the time to, and everything like that, and that's just like, it's a pain in the ass. But bottom line is, I wanted to share these experiences with you, especially Sweet Hollow Road, because it's a creepy story on a creepy night, a night that only comes one time a year. So thank you for watching, guys. If you have any creepy stories, please feel free to share them. I would love to read them. And as always, until next time, whenever that will be, see you later.